Hello. Paulie here at the Berlin Olympic Stadium, where the World Cup is going to be played. Now, something you don't know about the World Cup, mate, I'm going to tell you right now. Listen carefully. It's rigged. That's right, and there's a big conspiracy behind it. Big, powerful people making big cash off the World Games. All rigged, all sucked into you and me. Mate, I'm going to show you, this is what we've learned so far. In the south of France, in a weird town called Rennes-Chateau, we learned about the legend of the prophet Socrates. He predicted all the World Cup results that would ever happen.
France 3, Brazil 0.
The results were written on a scroll, and years later were ripped off by crusading knights. The knights ordered their sexy medieval girlfriends to inscribe the results onto 3 Holy Grail buckets. The knights then began a secret ball-worshipping society called the Society of the Circle. During the Renaissance, Leonardo da Vinci's got involved with the freaky group. In 1906, a priest called Saunarou discovered a mysterious parchment written by Da Vinci. This had all the World Cup results.
Sacre bleu!
Saunarou resurrected the secret ball society.
Olé, olé.
A group which loved having orgies and gambling cash on World Cup games. Sexy medieval chicks, village idiots galore, and mysterious clues led us to the secret tunnels underneath the Louvre Museum in Paris.
You can see all the bones from them who've gone against the conspiracy, mate. Look at them.
And the final clue led us to the World Cup Stadium in Berlin, Germany. So I've come here to expose it. I've had to put on a Kevlar vest. It's that dangerous. See that? Bulletproof, mate. And that's what I am. In this town, I'm going to bust this conspiracy. Sucked into them. Sucked in, mate, because I'm going to bring it all down. The fans are going to be sitting here, you know, thinking that their favourite team has got a chance, you know, and it's all one big hoax, mate. You know, a big effort for nothing. And worse than that, mate, they promised me a bit of a kick around on the ground, but, you know, since they found that I was going to bust the conspiracy, mate, they've knocked it back, they dogged me. I can't have a kick around no more. Stooges, mate! What I didn't see but the cameraman picked up, these guys are pretending to be counter-terrorist snipers. They've lined me up, mate. And look at this, they've taken a shot. Lucky I got the champion reflexes. I've dodged the bullet. Man, I've done the runner, and I didn't see no one following me from the stadium. But as soon as I got on the street, mate, this bloke's popped up. Does he really think that camouflage is making him hard to see? He's standing out like dog's balls on a German Shepherd. Look at him, he's ducked round the corner, mate. I had to get to a more busy place so they couldn't take no more shots at me. I was still fired up from all the action, so I wanted to confront a few Germans with the truth.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Did you know the World Cup, the Weltmeister Cup, it's rigged?
There's a problem.
It's rigged.
They don't speak English.
Da ist hier Olympiastadion.
I know it's in the Olympic Stadium.
Olympiastadion.
I know that.
You think it's too expensive?
Was meinen Sie jetzt mit der Weltmeisterschaft, Fußballweltmeisterschaft?
Yeah, the football, that's it.
Ja.
There's cash under the table. George Bush, Bill Gates, they're all in on it. You know George Bush?
Nee.
You know George Bush, you know. George Bush. You don't know George Bush?
Nee.
How can you not know George Bush? He's the president of the world.
Ja, aber... Nee.
Keine Ahnung, Fußball.
Football, yeah, that's it.
Fußball hat noch Zeit.
Well, you had some coke and you've rubbed your nose.
Ja, ich
You have?
verstehe kein Englisch.
Oh, he says he doesn't speak English. All right, yeah, ciao and have a good session with the coke. Look at this chick, she's taking a photo. No, why not? What did I do? You're part of it, huh? Yeah, you don't like chocos and you're in on it. See, that she was following us. She's taking photos of me. And then, as soon as you put the camera on, she pretended like she was taking a photo of the big thing there. Zoom in over, there's a couple of cops. I think they're part of it. They'd been watching the whole time. They weren't even there till I showed up.
I was starting to feel a bit nervous, and then this suspicious bloke comes up to me and says, "Psst, hey, come here, mate, I know what you're doing."
We should leave this spot. You see police everywhere. They're watching us. Come with me.
It could have been a trap, but I followed him. And he told me the cops were in on the conspiracy. I thought it was hokey, but look at this.
You're right, mate.
His name was Hansberger. He's a disgruntled member of the secret society.
We go on the roof.
Where we go on the roof?
We go up the roof.
It's a bit dramatic, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Steps now. Ladder now, huh?
All the climbing in his name was making me hungry.
You don't have a sandwich up here, do you?
No, I don't.
I'm getting hungry.
I wasn't sure if he was schizohectic, but he reckoned that the only safe place to talk so he couldn't be bugged was on top of this roof under this old East German antenna. Its special technology blocks all listening devices, but its side effect is it causes baldness.
Yes, it does.
All right, what can you tell me about the secret society?
They're probably trying to kill me.
Just from talking to me?
Yes, just from talking to you, and you were followed by a camouflage guy, I discovered, and the police is onto you as well. So a lot of people know what's going on here right now. You should be careful as well.
What else can you tell me, mate, about Germany and this whole circle society?
Well, we have the World Cup here. That's why the German government is into it as well.
Why do you do it, mate?
Why they're doing it?
Yes.
It's all about money. Money and power.
How do you know all this, mate? Or you got a job in the government?
I can't talk about my job.
What are the weird and sick rituals that you do, mate, in this thing?
I'm not talking about the rituals. We're a very close society. This is not something I can give you away. I
got him to admit there were orgies, but he's never been invited. He also told me about the history of the medieval chicks. After the Pope had banned Christians from playing soccer, the knights and the sexy medieval chicks were then separated by the church. The sexy medieval chicks started marrying kings and all the rich people of Europe so that secretly they could influence the government. It was their plan to take over the world through sexy ways and soccer football. I asked him why he was blowing the whistle. He said it was because the group wouldn't fund his hair transplant. He hasn't had a chick for years.
Don't laugh. This is serious.
There you go, this is a scoop.
I have something prepared for you. It's put in a locker at the train station. I give you the key. It will show you the way through Berlin.
We agreed to meet the following morning.
This thing will.
And then he's given me what I thought was the secret handshake, but he was just trying to be cool, the nerd.
He's given me the key. I've got to get to the train station. There's a locker. And he told me that there's going to be something that's going to get me in, like with these other stooges. You want me to, like, pull the top down?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, all right. Don't stay up here too long, mate. It's getting cold.
You look like a tough guy, but do watch out.
Come on. Hey,
The camouflage stooge was following me, but I needed to catch the train to get to that locker. I had to get rid of this guy, so I pulled out some anti-following moves.
Like you get on the train and then quickly off. I could sense that he was going to take it up a level, mate. I had that, you know, because I've been in a lot of fights. You watch it later, right? And I'm still pumped. I knew he was going to come at me. He's got the eye of the tiger on me. So I've sprinted off. And he just couldn't get a hold of me because I'm slippery, because I've got the moves. couldn't beat me. He went down like a big bag of sauerkrauts, mate. And I've taken that knife, and it was a Whopper, mate. It was a Whopper with cheese, this knife. And I've got it in the backpack. I'm gonna have a bit of a sneaky look, but not here.
So I got off at this station, Alexander Plattis. I'd fluked it. This is where the mystery locker is. I'm looking for 792. There it is. A mysterious box. I better put it in my backpack and find a safe place to look at it. So I leave the train station and man, I hear sirens. Look at all these cops, mate. There's bigger numbers than Cronulla Beach, Redfern and Macquarie Field riots put together.
Get down, you idiot.
At first I thought all them cops was coming after me.
Could have been for us, I don't know.
But man, look at it. Look at that circle flag on that car. They're just escorting some VIP in the circle group, mate. That must be their ceremonial flag.
Got to find somewhere sneaky to have a look. Let's go this way.
This looks good, no one's around here. The skull. I realised the importance of this symbology. We'd seen it before in the tunnels of Louvre. It must have represented the prophet Socrates watching the Romans kick the cut-off heads of their enemies around. These were the original football games that triggered Socrates' prophecies. A little box within the box. And look at that symbol. That's the coat of arms of the horny medieval knights. Inside was a necklace, probably an antique worth millions of dollars.
Fell just near the dog shit. Lucky.
Look at this. A cross that's also a circle. And look, all them little 3 dots on it, they must represent the 3 Holy Grail buckets, mate. It must be the necklace of the Circle Society.
They're gonna think I'm part of this, like, you know, the group.
As I walked off, there was a funny sensation in my pants. It was my phone vibrating. I just got a text. Someone must have been watching me, because the SMS tells me to cross the street, go towards this big oyster-looking building, turn right at the no soccer playing sign, and it told me to look for the guy with the white hair. He was one of them albinos. He's told me his name was Silas. I just called him Snowy. Straight away he tells me that Berlin is the capital of the Circle Society in the world. He pointed out giant circle architecture built by the society. He changed topics and asked me if I'd noticed any village idiots on the trip. I said, man, we've seen heaps of them in France. He told me they were fighting the conspiracy.
England too, West Germany too.
Remember Josephus of Arimathea?
Was that England or England?
He was Jerusalem's village idiot, and yes, he was the guy who wrote down Socrates' predictions. And remember how the crusading knights knocked off Josephus' scroll with all the results? For 2,000 years, the traditional owners of the predictions, the village idiots, have been trying to get the results back. I said, Snowy, mate, why haven't they done it? With a tear in his eye, he said poorly, they're just idiots. Then I asked him about the necklace. He confirmed that it was the secret symbol of the circle group. He told me to flash it around Berlin, and I'd be surprised at the freebies I'd get. Before I could ask more, this spy from the Circle Society has shown up. And I looked up and look what's hovering. A spy balloon! Quickly we pretended like I was a tourist asking for directions. Which way to the bratwurst shop? Snowy? Good work, man. We deflected him. At this point, the albino told me to go and check out the freebies, mate.
I've just gone in, showed the cross, they just give me cash, and I can just take it for free. Yeah? Yeah? It's all for free, I love it. I just got sausages, mate, drink. I just showed the cross, mate.
Look at Snowy the albino checking on my progress. But I think he's trying to do a disguise with that stupid hat.
I seen you watching me, mate. I seen you watching me. What? You think you're going to wear a big hat like that and blend in? Come on, mate.
I wondered why he was helping, but you can see it clearly in that hat. He's a village idiot.
That's the German Reichstag, they call it. That's like the parliament for the Germans. I've just flashed the necklace. They just gave me free run of the place, mate. I was walking the back rooms. You know, I found actually Hitler's old, little bar fridge. They've still got a couple of schnapps and a vodka in there.
And see that bloke there? He showed me the room where Hitler used to have a kick around with Mussolini. The trouble with Hitler, but, was he was all enthusiasm and no talent. Look at this, mate. I'm infiltrating the conspiracy.
Yeah, look at this. The bloke over there. See, he's with them. I told you, he's with the government, mate. Look at that. He hasn't seen me, the stooge. Look at him. Oh, he's giving him a high five. Why? You copped it, you idiot. And I got your knife too, mate.
If everything you've seen hasn't been enough, across the road from Reichstag is the German Department of Leonardo da Vinci. Now, I don't know what goes on in here, man, but they've got displays of his hokey inventions.
Look at this thing. This meant to float and walk for water. Come on, Da Vinci, mate. They reckon he's a genius. What's this, mate? This here's one of the early prototypes of the goals. Sticks with a bit of string. I could do better. And I'm not up there as world's greatest genius. I mean, all right, he's come up with the World Cup, but look at this. I mean, you know, it's a bit stupid. But there's one common thing. Circle, half-circle device, quarter of circle, Death Star in early stages in them days. He's part of the Circle Society. It's in all the works, mate. They got some of his original writings and that here. I'm doing research. You can see by the pattern of this writing that it's a bit messy, and that means something. I don't know what. There's a picture of a penis. This research is going nowhere, mate. What have I learnt? Nothing.
But then I clicked on the button that said Legend of Da Vinci Cup, and man, it was all there. It tells ya that Da Vinci has gone in search of the medieval sexy chicks to France, but he finds the Holy Grail bucket instead. And unlucky for him, ends up with a Renaissance fat chick. To avoid the fat chick, he spends a lot of time working on the Holy Grail bucket, deciphering it. And once he's worked out all the results, he starts adding rules like the corner kick, the red card. He then creates the world competition that will fit the results, knowing that he can bet on it and win. Worried about the church coming down on him hard because they banned football in the first place, it's rumoured that he's hidden all the World Cup results in his artworks. And that's when Paulie the genius has his big idea. It should have been obvious back in the Louvre.
The code of Da Vinci is in the paintings, not in these things. If you look at these paintings, what you see is all these fingers, mate, all this. That represents the soccer scores, mate.
That Da Vinci, what a smart-ass man. The church hates the game of soccer, so what does he do? He hides the scores in all their religious pictures. The Code of Da Vinci. Smart-ass. It's all in the wrist, they say. Look at this. The kid on the left, he represents Brazil and the score is 5. The kid on the right at the bottom, he represents Sweden and the score is 2. That's the results from the 1958 World Cup, mate.
And for example, this painting here.
In 1990, Germany beat Argentina 1-0. Look at the finger, an obvious 1, and the gap between the index finger and thumb, it's a 0, man. And while everyone was staring at her head, they missed the hands, mate. In 1930, it's Uruguay 4, Argentina 2.
This code's not that hard to work out. I mean, I finished in year 7 and I solved it. I'm just sick of the hype of this bloke, mate. Geez, they've just pumped him up that much in history and it's all part of the conspiracy. Nothing worse than a big-headed Italian who invents hokey contraptions, mate.
Posing as a member of the group, I've gone up to the chick who's running the place and used the cross in an effort to pick her up.
You see a lot of these, don't you?
She said she had a boyfriend spewing, but she did reveal the location of tonight's Secret Circle Society meeting.
This is it, mate. This is one of their secret meetings, man. I've snuck in the building. Get a sneaky shot around the corner quick, man. Have a look. They're all in there. Look at them. See them? Look. They're all in. See, there's a guy with the glasses there, and they zoom in. He's the leader. See him? Look at all that. The sickos, mate. Look at the circles on the roof. Look at the lights, mate. Can you see that? See, you've seen it, mate. You've seen it. Let's get quick.
While they was distracted with the meeting, I snuck downstairs and had a look at their bunker, mate. These are flowcharts of all the cash that have funded wars that came from World Cup betting. I read the list of grand wizards. George Bush, Prince Charles, Bill Gates, all there, man. And then I found this hidden door out the back. Look at this weird stuff, mate. As soon as I seen them skulls, I knew this was the orgy room, because it had the same smell as back in Louvre in France, in their orgy room. Then I came on this room. Look at this. That must be the Circle Society ceremonial clothing. I was getting the funny feeling I was being watched. The hairs were starting to stand up on my testicles, man. And then something's jumped out at me. Let's get out of here, mate.
There's the proof, mate. There's the proof. And you can kind of see him through the window here. They've got this squares to put you off. See that? That's like camouflage. It all looks above board. You think like just a bunch of businessmen, mate. But, you know, you wouldn't believe the stuff they're getting up to. And later, there's most likely going to be an orgy. There's a couple of good-looking chicks, but I don't think it's worth getting the shot of the whole orgy for the rest of them, because there's a lot of over 45s.
I was shaking and freaked out, mate. I needed to chill, and just then one of the best fringe benefits has just popped up.
Excuse me. I heard that if I showed this, like, it's just all free, don't have to pay nothing. Is that true?
Yes.
So you recognise this symbol? You do. And all I have to do is flash this, and then you flash.
Okay.
So if I want now, we just go in the bushes.
Okay, yes, we can go.
You can see this chick will go with you in the bushes. So we'll demonstrate it. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Now I'm not actually going to do anything, camera. Just demonstration for documentary. So you can stop filming now. You can stop the camera now. Now. Stop the camera now. Stop the camera, mate. Hold on. Stop the camera, mate, will you? Just switch it off. Switch it off, mate.
Now, the next morning, as planned, I was meant to meet Hans Berger here. It's called Castle Geschlockte, but I don't know what it's called. I wasn't sure if he was late or whether I had daylight savings wrong, so I thought I'd give him 15 minutes and go in the place and have a look. As soon as you walk inside, you can see it's all connected. I mean, look at that. A knight with a ball next to his foot. That fits the legend exactly. What more proof do you want? And actually, look at the architecture of this castle. It's a circle festival, mate. Look at that. Look at this.
While I was waiting, I got a couple of newspapers, and I seen a couple of reasons why the German newspapers are better than the Australian ones. But, mate, look at this. I seen why he's not showed up, mate. There's been like a car bomb. They knocked him off, mate, see? I don't know if you can see that. They knocked the poor bloke off. And he told us this would happen.
They're probably trying to kill me.
But it's nothing to do with me. I'm not responsible for it. I mean, you know, he's a big boy. He made his own decisions, and, you know, what are you going to do, mate?
Good luck. Putting my life here on the line.
Anyway, let's not dwell on that. Just have a look at the newspaper again.
Now! The players, the coaches, everybody.
I have 2 schnitzels.
With this thing, we can try and find the Grail bucket, mate.
I'm thinking we found it.